Good morning. We call the Board of Public Works and Safety meeting to order for August 29th, 2018. Today we have all members present. Myself, Nikel Winfrey, President, Mayor Netta Barber, Vice President, and Clotilda Roy, Secretary. We'll first start with bids, proposals to be received for roof repairs for Fire Station number 1 and 11. Are there any bids or proposals from the audience today that have not been previously submitted to the Public Works Department for roof bids for Fire Station 1 and 11? Second call, any roof bids for Fire Station 1 and 11? Third and final, any roof bids today from the audience for Fire Station 1 and 11? Seeing none, may I have a motion to open bids received by the department?
A motion that we open bids received by the department.
I second.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
We have 5 bid packages here for the fire station. Some of them are marked with the correct stations, and 2 of them are not. So I'll just start with the ones that are marked. This one is from Babilla Inc., 3974 Harrison Street, Gary, Indiana. And this is for fire department stations 4, 7, and 11.
So, 1 second. So since it seems like maybe the bids are combining 4, 7, 1, and 11, I'll do the call for the other 2 items as well, and we could just open them all at the same time.
Okay.
All right. We'll just table your motion for 1 second, because we'll have to do a new motion. So, all right. Are there any bids from the audience today for roof cap for Fire Station 7? Any bids from the audience for roof cap bids for Fire Station 7? Final call regarding Fire Station 7 roof cap bids. Okay. Any bids from the audience today for metal siding for Fire Station 4? Any bids from the audience for metal siding Station 4? Final call, Fire Station 4 metal siding bids. Okay. Seeing none, may I have a motion to open bids, close bids, and then open bids received for Fire Station 7 and 4?
Okay, I motion that we close bids and open bids for addition 4 and 7.
Second.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Again, this is from EC Babilla, 3974 Harrison Street, Gary, Indiana, for fire department stations 4, 7, and 11.
Okay, the first one is for Fire Station 7, coping and tuck pointing. And this one is coping is $22,390, and tuck pointing is not to exceed $24,000.
The company, I don't think they heard.
It's EC Barbella.
Oh,
The next one is Fire Station 4 metal siding, EC Barbella. And roof building as follows: $106,298. Fire Station 11 roofing, $49,885. EC Barbella.
The next one is from Wolfcom looks like RFG 1319 North Iowa Street, South Bend, Indiana. And it says Fire Station 11 on here.
Okay, this one is from Wolf Commercial Roofing. Fire station number 11, re-roofing proposal. Total amount for the work is outlined above, $92,572.
It's just so the fire department can hear it. I mean, I usually do. Just so you can-
Okay, there are some alternate quotations. Add to the above base bid for a performance bond, $3,965. Add to the above base bid for wood facial replacement, $6.75 a linear foot. And add to the above base bid for decking repairs replacement to be determined by owner scope of work, $7.85 a square foot. And we recommend that the owner have a set-aside allowance of $45,000 for deck and unforeseen repairs and replacement.
The next one is from Five Star Commercial Roofing, 1119 South State Road in Hartford City, Indiana. And it says, stations 1 and 11.
Okay, this is from Five Star Commercial Roofing for Station 1. We propose to provide all labor, tools, material, and equipment to re-roof the area at the above location with a sum of flat 2-ply black, $65,390, flat 2-ply coat, $70,870, flat 2-ply chip, $73,610. Okay, the next one is we propose to provide all labor, tools, materials, and equipment to re-roof the area at the above location. I guess this is a Station 11. Flat 2-ply black, $17,995. Flat 2-ply coat, $19,835. And flat 2-ply chip, $20,755.
The next one is from MRB Roofing, 7144 South Exchange Avenue, Chicago, Illinois, 60649, and it does not state which stations they are bidding on.
Enclosed, please find our bids for the following locations: Fire Station 1, Fire Station 7, and Fire Station 11. MRB Roofing. Fire Station number 1, re-roof replacement. The total bid is $66,500. Fire Station 7, for the wall repair, total cost is $5,657.32. Fire Station 11, roof replacement. $23,500. And this one is for Fire Station 320 West 25th Avenue for siding replacement, $44,351.69.
And the last bid received is from J&B Construction, and the stations are not listed on the envelope.
Station 7 rehab, total bid is $28,700. Station 1 rehab, $61,000. Station 11 rehab, $56,500. Station 4 rehab, $48,500.
That's all the bids are.
Concludes bids.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. You have to say it loud.
I'm sorry.
You have to move to close.
Okay, I move that we accept.
What do you call it? I'm sorry, I'm messing up. That you refer them to the department for processing.
I move that we defer all bids to the department for processing.
I second.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next, we have the approval of minutes for August 22nd, 2018.
Madam President, I move that we approve the minutes for August.
Is that 22nd or 15th? Oh, it is 22nd. It says 15 on.
No, is it?
Oh, it is, yeah.
I move that we approve the minutes for August 22nd, 2018.
I second.
Any questions?
No.
So she is the, oh, this is the minutes. We approved those minutes
Yeah.
at that meeting. That's what this is. Okay. I was like, wait a minute, it does say that. Okay. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next, we have requests to advertise.
To Nikhil Allen Winfrey, request to advertise RFP, multifunction copier, scanner, printer. The Information Technology Department is submitting a request for advertising RFP, multifunction copier, scanner, printer, managed print services. The City of Gary invites proposals from prospective vendors that would provide full-service copy scanner, print fax equipment, and managed print services, and administrate the duties and responsibilities set forth in this RFP proposal in compliance with all applicable laws, regulations, policies, and procedures. The proposal is occurring now to work with our budget process for next year. The contract would not start until January 1st, 2019. Madam President, I move that we approve the request for advertising.
Second.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Then next we have Board of Public Works from Rodney Poe Jr., Assistant City Attorney, publication of towing RFQ. The City of Gary Law Department, on behalf of the Towing Committee of the City of Gary Common Council, respectfully request that the Board of Public Works publishes by the means of all commonly used media and distribution the attached request for qualifications pertaining to the award of the City of Gary towing services. Madam President, I move that we approve publication of towing RFQ.
I second.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next, we have a request for bid extension.
Board of Public Works and Safety from Arlene D. Colvin, Director, extension of time, bid opening, construction of new fire station number 5. Bids are due to be received for the construction of a new fire station number 5 on August 29, 2018. Contractors have requested additional time to prepare their bids. Accordingly, I am requesting that the bid opening date for the above referenced project be extended 2 weeks. The new bid opening date would be September 12, 2018. Madam President, I move that we extend time for the bid opening of construction of fire station number 5.
Second, I'm sorry.
I second.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next, we have claims.
We have ratification of claims paid on August 22nd, 2018. Total claims paid was $8,108.50. Madam President, I move that we approve the claims paid on August 22nd, 2018.
Second.
Any questions? All in
Next,
favor?
aye.
All right, motion carries.
Next, we have approval of claims to be paid on August 31st, 2018. The general fund, $85,473.58. Special revenue, $207,057.35. The home program, $6,783.97. Marquette Park, $48,185.21. Ambulance non-reverting, $10,287.23. Genesis Center operating, $1,400.51. Redevelopment non-reverting, $9,860.91. Healthy Start, $6,530.14. Total claims to be paid, $375,578.90. Madam President, I move that we approve the claims to be paid on August 31st, 2018.
Second.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, motion carries.
Next, we have ratification of claims. Ratification of claims paid on August 24th, 2018. Total claims paid were $85,010.72. Madam President, I move that we approve the ratification of claims paid on August 24th.
Second.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next, we have correspondence and agreements. Correspondence from the police department.
Board of Public Works and Safety, Gregory L. Thomas, City Attorney. Rescission of contract with Benchmark Analytics LLC and approval of revised contract with Benchmark Analytics. The Board of Works approved the contract with Benchmark Analytics for law enforcement data collection for the Gary Police Department. Funds to pay for this 3-year contract were paid from a grant awarded to GPD by the Joyce Foundation. After Board of Works approved the contract, the law department learned from Benchmark that they did not want to make some minor, that they wanted to make some minor amendments to the contract and include the Benchmark licensing agreement, which was not included in the previous contract. Also, the contractor added an option for the city to extend the contract an additional 2 years beyond the original termination date at a fixed price. There is no cost to the city in the first 3 years of the contract, since services are paid from the grant. Should the city elect to extend the contract an additional 2 years, the cost will be $25,000 for year 4 and $26,000 for year 5. The previous contract is rescinded effective immediately. The law department reviewed the licensing service agreement and other minor proposed amendments and found them to be acceptable to the city of Gary. The revised contract states contract is effective as of July 1st, 2018, by and between the city of Gary, Municipal Corporation, and Benchmark Analytics. The scope of services, contractor agrees to provide software that manages, tracks, reports, and analyzes law enforcement information. The term of the contract, this contract shall be for a term commencing on the effective date and expiring July 1st, 2021, and is subject to extension or earlier termination is provided. The compensation, the project is being totally funded by a 3-year grant from the Joyce Foundation. There is no cost to the city to pay for this program. In the event the city chooses to utilize Benchmark software for 2 years following the grant, the cost will be $25,000 in year 4 and $26,000 in year 5. Madam President, I move that we rescind the first contract with Benchmark and approve the revised contract.
I second.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
That motion carries. Next, we have correspondence from the Department of Zoning.
To Clotilde Brody, Public Works, from Mary Hurt, Director of Zoning. Public Works agenda item request, honorary street sign for Pastor Charles McWilliams Drive. I am requesting the attached honorary street sign petition be placed on the Board of Works agenda. And that's submitted by Mary Hurt. To the members of the Planning Committee, various members of the Greater New Jerusalem Full Gospel Church canvassed Harrison Street from 13th to 15th Avenue to obtain signatures to rename the segment as Reverend Charles McWilliams Drive. We noted that there are approximately 25 structures within this segment, of which 8 structures were inhabitable or abandoned, and 1 structure being a church. That left 16 homes to be visited. Upon visiting those 16 homes, we have obtained 9 signatures of those who were home at the time and signatures of other well-wishers of the community. It is our sincere hope that the committee will honor our request to pay tribute to our late pastor, Reverend Charles McWilliams. This is submitted by the Greater New Jerusalem Full Gospel Church. And they do have their petition attached. Madam President, I'm going to move that we approve the honorary signage for Pastor Charles McWilliams Drive.
I second.
Any questions? Is anyone here from Greater New Jerusalem? Okay. Any other questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next, we have correspondence from the Gary Film Office.
To the Board of Public Works, from Greg L. Thomas, City Attorney, approval of MOU with 44 Blue Productions, LLC. The Law Department has drafted the attached MOU with 44 Blue Productions out of Burbank, California, for filming of a true crime television show for the Oxygen Network. The film is based upon the disappearance of a person who lived in Chicago. The filming will take place on August 28, 2018, between the hours of 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. on Lake Street Beach in Miller. The production company will use 10 production assistants and will not be using any heavy equipment to film the production. 44 Blue Productions has been working with Ben Clement, and Mr. Clement approved the company's film permit on August 17, 2018. The production paid $350 permit fee. No city resources will be used during the filming of this episode. The Special Events Committee approved the project on August 21st, 2018, and on August 22nd, 2018. Deputy Chief Brian Evans approved the production and gave producer permission to interview Detective Fazekas about the case. The MOU is in proper legal form and is sufficient to adequately protect the interests of the city of Gary. Office of Film and Television, request for Board of Works review. From Ben Clement, Executive Director, request to film. Please be advised, Mr. Nick Van Dam and 44 Blue Productions, LLC are requesting to film segments of a true crime show for the Oxygen Network at Lake Street Beach on Tuesday, August 28, 2018, between 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. They will also shoot B-roll footage around town. Production will include a crew of 10. No additional city resources are requested. Please find the attached related film permit application documents, including proof of insurance, hold harmless agreement, QC-12 form, and copy of check for film permit fees. I will respectfully request that an appropriate contract be drafted and the request to film be placed on the Board of Public Works and Safety agenda Wednesday, August 22nd for consideration. The memorandum of understanding. This MOU between the City of Gary, Indiana and 44 Blue Production, producer, 3900 West Almanda Avenue, 7th floor, Burbank, California, is entered into for the purpose of establishing and understanding the terms and conditions under which producer will be granted permission to film at the location described in this agreement. Producer desires to film a true crime show for the Oxygen Network on Lake Street Beach in Gary, Indiana on August 28, 2018 between 10 and 1 p.m. The film will focus on the disappearance of a person from Chicago, Illinois. Producer has submitted a detailed outline of the requirements of 44 Blue Productions needs to complete the filming. The proposal is marked as Exhibit 1 and attached. Producer has entered into a licensing and hold harmless agreement with the city, Exhibit 2. Producer has submitted a certificate of liability insurance for coverage for the city, Exhibit 3. On August 22nd, 2018, producer was issued an authorization to proceed by Ben Clement, Executive Director of Office of Film and Television. Producer states that the company will not need to use the resources from the city to film this production, and producer has submitted $350 film application fee to the city. And on August 21st, 2018, went before the City of Gary Special Events Committee and was given contingent approval for the project pending the final approval and authorized representative of the Gary Police Department to approve the production. Producer had a conversation with Deputy Chief of Police Brian Evans, who gave his approval of the production, including his approval to interview Detective Fazekas. The parties mutually agreed to abide by this MOU of understanding, and all the exhibits are attached. Madam President, I move that we approve the MOU with 44 Blue Productions, LLC.
A second.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Next, we have correspondence from the Law Department.
Board of Public Works, Greg L. Thomas, City Attorney. Approval of model small cell facilities agreement with AT&T. The Law Department has reviewed the attached small cell facilities, utility poles, license agreement with AT&T, which is Exhibit 1. The license agreement is in response to the recent Indiana Small Cell Tower Law, IC 8-1-32-3, that passed the Indiana legislature in early 2017. The new statute applies to cell towers that are less than 50 feet or not more than 10 feet taller than already installed utility pole. The statute makes the installation of such cell towers a permitted use and not subject to local zoning laws. A summary of IC 8-1-32.3 is marked as Exhibit 2 and attached. Most of the city's utility poles are owned and maintained by NIPSCO, and AT&T does not have specific cell tower applications currently pending. However, the company is asking for the Board of Works to approve this model agreement so that it is on file when AT&T has a need to install small cell tower to be completed within 90 days. It is hoped that having Board of Work approval in advance of an application being submitted will save all the parties time in the approval process. When AT&T has a need for a small cell tower, they will be prepared to present maps and design drawings at that time. The term of the agreement The term of the agreement is 5 years, commencing on the effective date, unless certain parties object in writing not less than 180 days prior to the expiration of either the initial term or a renewal term. The agreement shall automatically renew for 5 additional year terms. Madam President, all of the exhibits are attached and the work is outlined, and I'm gonna move that we approve the model small cell facilities agreement with AT&T.
A second.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next, we have correspondence from Public Works.
This one.
Oh, this is for the field. Yeah.
Which one is that?
Northern Indiana Mechanical. Thank you.
That is the Public
That's for
Works.
field.
Okay. To Clotilde LeRoy, Public Works, Gregory L. Thomas, City Attorney, contract with Northern Indiana Mechanical. The Law Department has reviewed and attached contract with Northern Indiana Mechanical to provide fuel monitoring systems at 7 locations around the city. The new fueling system is part of the city's cost-saving plan. The contract is for 1 year and shall not exceed $105,900.42. The contract for these services is a sole source purchase. A memo from Chief of Staff Dana Bennett is attached as Exhibit A and explains why the contract is a sole source purchase. This contract is effective as of August 22nd, 2018, by and between the City of Gary and Northern Indiana Mechanical, 3311 East 15th Avenue, Gary, Indiana. Contractor. The scope of services. Contractor agrees to provide a fuel monitoring system services for 7 locations around the city. The fueling system is being installed pursuant to City of Gary's cost savings plan. The monitoring system will be implemented pursuant to specifications set out in proposal number 53709 on August 6th, which is listed as Exhibit 3. The term of the contract. This contract shall be for a term commencing on the effective date and expiring on August 22nd, 2019. The compensation is compensation for satisfactory performance of the services set forth in Article 1 above. City agrees to pay contractor an amount not to exceed $105,900.42. Madam President, there is a QC 40 for funding, as well as Exhibit 1 and Exhibit 2, and the memo. I move for approval of the contract with City of Gary and Northern Indiana Mechanical.
Second.
Any questions?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Okay, Board of Public Works and Safety, a request for a permit for sewer installation, Raquel Plumbing, Community Health Net 3503 Martin Luther King Drive. Dear board members, a request has been received from Raquel Plumbing on behalf of Community Health Net to install a sewer lateral in the city's Mississippi street right-of-way. This requires a temporary road closure proposed Friday, August 24th. The sewer tap permit from the Gary Sanitary District is attached. If the board approves, we recommend granting Richard Plumbing a permit contingent upon: 1, the flagger shall be present at all times while working within the city's right-of-way. 2, contractors and subcontractors shall be licensed to work within the city of Gary. And this is submitted by Robinson Engineering, Dave Schilling, engineer.
Actually, approved that one last week. I don't know, it's not on the agenda, but that was last week.
The plumbing one from last week. Which one was the one last, let me go to the minutes. Which one was the one last week that we wanted, that we deferred?
That was Indiana American Water 13,
Okay.
which
Hold
is
on.
still being deferred.
I don't see it, let me see. Fiber optic installation was approved. The H&G underground utilities was deferred. Mobile lights,
It wasn't on the agenda, but.
it should be in the
Under new
minutes though.
business, so if you wanna approve it again and make it official. Or that left off the agenda, but they wanted to do the work on.
I think we added it on at the end.
Yeah, so we need to make sure that that's added onto the minutes, cause I don't see them.
Okay.
It's on the agenda, but. Okay, so Madam President, I move that we approve the request for permit sewer installation.
Second.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Next is the contract for American Eagle Security, Board of Public Works, Greg O. Thomas, City Attorney. The Law Department has drafted the attached contract between the City of Gary and American Eagle Security. The contract is to provide security services to various venues around the city. The contract is for 1 year from August 29, 2018 until August 29, 2019. The amount to be paid to contractors shall not exceed $14,606. The previous contract with contractor expired and a new contract had to be drafted to pay the outstanding pending invoices that are attached to Exhibit 3 of the contract. This agreement is effective as of August 29, 2018, by and between the City of Gary and American Eagle Security LLC, 611 Harrison Street, Suite 126, Maryville. Scope of services: contractor agrees to provide 24-hour monitoring of remote security equipment for 5 locations: Railcats Diamond Club, 1 Stadium Plaza, Gary Annex Building, 839 Broadway, Genesis Convention Center, 1 Stadium Plaza, Gary Police Department, 401 Broadway, Suite 300, and EMS water pumps. The term of the contract shall be for a term commencing on the effective date and shall terminate on August 29, 2018. As compensation for satisfactory performance of the services set forth in Article 1 above, City agrees to pay contractor an amount not to exceed $14,606 for the services described. The contractor shall submit an itemized invoice for payment to Cotel LeBroy, Department of Public Works. Madam President, all the items are attached, and I'm gonna move that we approve the contract for American Eagle Security Service in City of Gary.
A second.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Can we just get a new sheet? Next, we have correspondence from the Department of Redevelopment.
To the Board of Public Works and Safety, Carol Purtle, Deputy Director. Recommendation to transfer property. The City of Gary Department of Redevelopment hereby recommends that the City of Gary transfer partial of real estate commonly known as, and they are attached. We have attached the following: the resolution for transfer of property to the City of Gary Redevelopment Commission, an original copy of the deed for execution of board signatures, a copy of the real property maintenance report showing Gary as ownership. The property will be used for stabilization of neighborhoods in the City of Gary. The properties that are attached as Schedule A are 541 through 45 Broadway, 549 through 559 Broadway, 612 through 618 Broadway, 632 through 638 Broadway, 640 through 642 Broadway, 648 through 650 Broadway, 656 through 658 Broadway, 660 through 666 Broadway, 668 through 677 Broadway, 680 through 682 Broadway, 684 through 686 Broadway, 732 through 738 Broadway, 744 through 750 Broadway, and 520 Massachusetts Street. Madam President, I'm going to move that we approve recommendation to transfer property.
Second.
Any questions? Yes, I do have a question. Two questions. One, on the sale disclosure form, there are a few items that need to be corrected for 3 of the properties. One is 520 Massachusetts, 549 through 59 Massachusetts, and 1077 Tippecanoe. Those 3, it's just a typo on the disclosure form, but these are
She
proper.
said she didn't read Tippecanoe.
I'm sorry?
She didn't read
Oh,
Tippecanoe.
I don't have
okay.
anything for
Actually, well, I'll give that one back to you, but Tippecanoe isn't on the list for approval today either, just FYI. It's not on our agenda.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. It needs to be corrected whenever it comes back, the sales disclosure form. It had 2 errors on it, 2 typos on the form, but it's not on our agenda, 1077 Tippecanoe. And then I believe there was a question right before we started about 668 through 77 Broadway, because it's too odd and even. But I'm curious about it because the property maintenance report also says 68 to 77.
I believe that's a typo at the county, because that's actually what the property maintenance said.
Right, that's what the property maintenance
Right,
report
so
has.
we have to put the same thing on that as the property maintenance report, otherwise, we couldn't have it transferred in our name.
So you're saying the county has the parcel recorded as
Just like
that?
Right. Because we got the property maintenance
Yeah,
report.
that is the correct, I mean, that's what's on the property maintenance report, so that's what we seen earlier. I'm sorry, did you have something?
Is this for demolition? Is all this for demolition? What is it transfer for?
You can, do you want to speak on what's going on with the properties that are being transferred? They're all different.
Okay,
You stand up so you see, please.
And state your name, I'm sorry.
hi, my name is Linda Baker, I'm, with the Department of Redevelopment. The properties that you just listed, they are being transferred from our department over to the Gary Housing Authority so that it can be, so that the 600 and 700 block of, Broadway can be redeveloped. So those properties will be going to Gary Housing Authority.
Okay. Thank you. So it appears all the rest, well, no, there are some other ones on the other side of the street. So they're on both sides of the street that you're doing. Okay. All right, any other questions? So the motion is to approve the transfer. Just note that before it can be submitted, to the county, the errors will have to be corrected on the sales disclosure forms. Any questions?
No.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. And 1077 Tipica New will have to come back to the board, next week. So pull that, bead out.
Okay.
Oh, this is the extra paper for this one. Oh, you
That's
already-
fine.
All right, next we have, is it any unfinished business, regarding the water main replacement in South Lake Street? Yes,
Did you know?
Mr. Shelton, please. You can just come up this way, I'm sorry, Mr. Harvey is in the other one.
Yeah, just some background. Last week, we issued a stop work order on South Lake Street, and we told the contractor that they would need to come back before the board in order to get that lifted with the new traffic control plan, new schedule, and reports showing that all the sewers have been cleaned. I did receive, and it's in your packet, about 5 o'clock yesterday evening, a revised traffic control plan, which I had not had time to review, so I was not going to expect you to review it prior to taking any action. So I just wanted to update the board that it has been received, it is being reviewed. And
Okay, so we're not taking any action,
No
we're just
action.
giving an update
correct,
for next week's meeting.
correct.
Okay.
Thank you.
And the law department is still working with the subcontractor to make sure that they have all the proper permits. Thank you. Any other new business today?
No.
Any public comment? Yes, sir.
First of all, Mayor, welcome back, Ms. LeBroy.
Oh, thank you.
Happy to see her here. I did want to comment that I'm grateful for the action being taken by the city regarding the unacceptable conditions on Lake Street and the way the contractor has been executing. It's really been a disaster, and unfortunate, and glad that the Board of Public Works is taking some action to correct that. It's very much appreciated. I also wanted to comment on the action taken today regarding the receiving bids and proposals for the roofing work and coping work needed at the various fire stations. I can't emphasize how important roofs are, not only for preserving buildings, but also making the buildings habitable. And the damage done by water penetrating a roof not only damages the structure, but leads to unhealthy conditions in these buildings. And I know that our first responders have been working under very difficult circumstances for some time with these conditions. So I'm glad that the board is not only taking actions to correct the roof problems, but will now also have to take some actions to do some remediation work and some repair work to correct damage done to those buildings because of the compromised roofs. So glad that we're taking taking those projects on. Hope that will all work out before the conditions degenerate further. Thank you.
Anyone else? Yes, sir.
Yeah, I would like to, inquire about the Northern Indiana mechanical contract. It says a fuel monitoring system. What type of fuel are they monitoring? Where are these locations at?
They're monitoring the city fuel, so the gas that our police and fire and all of our vehicles are using, city vehicles are using.
Or cars?
Yeah, it's all of our fleet. So
So
it'll be
where are those
monitoring,
locations at?
various locations. We have pumps at some of the fire stations. We have pumps right here on, what's it, 11th?
11th
Right off of
and,
11th.
Yeah, that's the only one I'm aware of.
Yeah, and then we have one at 900 Madison that's on the side of,
Okay.
the side of the building. So it'll be monitoring, our usage in our city vehicles. So that's what
Okay.
that's what that's for.
All right, so thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Yes, ma'am.
The 1077 typical new property that you that was listed, that property is already submitted to the board, at the last meeting. We received all the paperwork back except for the deed. We received the sales disclosure and everything else that signed. And the only thing we didn't get back was the deed. So we were actually, resubmitting the deed to be signed.
Okay.
That's probably why it wasn't on the agenda.
I don't see it on the minutes from last week. Or was it the meeting before that?
It might have been the meeting before, 10/7, typically.
Okay. Well, if it was already approved, the Public Works Office can straighten that out after the meeting. If it was already approved in a previous meeting, we can, sign if we hadn't signed before. That's fine. Okay. Thank you. Anyone else? All right, may I have a motion to adjourn the meeting,
A
please?
motion that we adjourn the meeting.
A second.
Meeting adjourned. Thank you.